Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome to my channel. Well, here in the UK it is Bank Holiday Monday, and so I thought I'd give you a project to keep you amused or keep you occupied or just for fun. So today we're going to continue with our aperture card series, and this time we're going to make a layered aperture card. This one is a 6x4 and I've used an oval aperture, as you can see, but the one we're going to be making today is a 6x6 and we will be using circular apertures, and I'll give you all the measurements as we go along. So I'm going to slide that to one side and we're going to start this one and make it from scratch. So we have a 6x6 card base and I'm just going to press that down a bit better. I'm just going to use my finger. And we have all the mats are 6x6, so that's the only, for the mats, that's the only measurement you need. So for our first mat, obviously it's a 6x6, and the aperture in the middle is a 3.5 inch diameter circle. So it's a circle die. I've used dies for this, but you can do hand cutting if you want to. But I will put all the measurements for, well, the 6x6 and the aperture to the dies in the middle in the description box at the end of this video. Just click the word more and it'll drop down and you'll find everything you need to know. So I'm going to use, for this first layer, I'm going to use my trusty glue stick. We'll be using mainly foam pads to put this together, but for this bit and perhaps the next section, we're going to just use some glue stick. You can use a PVA style glue if you want to. You can use your tacky glue or whatever you really want to, but you don't need a very strong glue for this. So I'm going to line that up and press that into place like that. So this won't look flat by the time we're finished. So I've also used the 3.5 inch diameter die to cut out my sentiment. Now I found this is a stamped sentiment obviously, and I found this stamp in my stash. So I stamped it onto, I stamped it for the easiest way. I'll give you a tip. Stamp it first and then cut it out. Don't try and cut it out and stamp it in the middle, because it rarely if ever works. It's easier to stamp it first, then line your die up over your stamped area once the ink's dry, of course. Use a bit of washi tape or low tack tape to hold it into place, and then run it through your machine. And incidentally, I have a new die cutting machine. My old one, it was nearly 10 years old and it was much loved and much used and it was wearing out fast. So in another video, I'll show you my brand new die cutting machine. And this is the first time I've used it. This is the first project I've used my new one on. So that'll be in another video. But for now, we'll carry on with this one. And I'm going to use glue. Now, if you put this, another tip for you, if you do this bit first, that circle will be in the middle of your card, so when you put your subsequent layers on, it will be in line. Oh, and there's a bit of corner of the card that didn't quite catch the glue, but that's all right, we can easily pop that on. So just make sure that it's straight. Have your card straight and make sure that your sentiment's straight. And if you use glue, of course you've got time to slide it into place if it doesn't go quite where you want it the first time. So there we go. That actually looks quite nice as it is, but we're going to do a lot more to it, well, a bit more to it than that. So my middle, I've got 3 layers. You can use as many layers as you like, and you can have the increments or the depths of your layers as much as you like, or as little as you like. I've done 1/2 inch. So my next one, my middle circle is 4 inches. And I've already put some foam pads all over the back. What I did, I put them, oops, let's just move that a bit more so that you can see, that's better. It's what happens when you put your camera in a different place, you forget where you are. So what I did, I put foam pads all the way around and then put some just in the middle to support that aperture. And just like we've done before, I'm going to put some glue stick over them just to make them a bit slippery, so that we've got time to slide it into place without it sticking straight away if we don't want it to. So, of course, the payoff with that one, or one of the downfalls, is you get glue all over your fingers. But never mind. So I'm going to flip that over. We're going to line it up. I usually line it up with the bottom corners. And we're going to stick that down like that. And already we've got a slightly dimensional card. Now for our largest circle die, my largest circle die is 4.5 inches in diameter. And again, I've cut it out, whoops, and I've put foam tape or foam pads all the way around it. And once more, oh, must remember where that camera is. Once more, we're going to just very quickly wrap some of that around there. We don't have to be too worried about it. Put that in the middle and lay it down. So again, line it up however you prefer to line your layers up. And we're going to give that a good press. So you've now got a beautiful layered card. But we're not quite finished yet. We're almost done with this one, but not quite. Just like the other one, I am going to embellish it with a few flowers, which I've got over here, just to the side. Now I haven't made my flowers this time. I've been very lazy. I've used the shop bought ones. So I've got a pink one. Actually, do you know what? Before I put that on, I've got some foam lilies, which are absolutely beautiful. So I've got 2 blue and 2 lilac, only because I've run out of lilac. So, but the blue one will be just as good. I'm going to lay that there. On the back, these ones have got leaves. They're not self-adhesive, but I've cut a foam pad in half and I've popped it on the back. You can use hot glue for this if you want to. But I did this project because one of our lovely ladies approached me. She wrote to me, emailed me and said she would like to do a project like this with her granddaughter. Now, I don't know how old her granddaughter is. I'm assuming that the granddaughter is a child. Now, of course, it wouldn't be appropriate or even safe to use hot glue, especially if the granddaughter is a very young child. So for safety and for easiness, I have used foam tape throughout, and I've got a piece of foam pad, I beg your pardon, not foam tape. Again, I've just cut that in half. This is an ordinary foam pad, which I've cut in half, stuck to the back of my flower. And if we do this first, these are shop bought ones, flowers, as they all are. If you put those bits on first, you've got those bits there. But if you put them on first, you can cover that bit up with your largest flower. And we're going to do the same at the bottom. Oh, we were going to do the same at the bottom. I haven't put any. Oh, that was clever. Oh, well, never mind. Oh, silly me. Never mind, we'll put some glue on it instead. We've still got some. I thought I'd put some tape on both sides. Obviously not. So that's all right. That's still no trouble. We'll put some glue on it. So you can do that too. So I'm just going to use my glue stick. So you can do that. Sorry about that. I thought I'd done it. Oh, I know why I did that. I had to stop halfway through the preparations to attend to Graham. He's all right. He just needed a bit of attention. At the moment, he's fast asleep. So that's all right. So that still does glue down to there quite nicely. And this final flower will hold it into place because that has got a piece of foam pad on it. So we're going to just stick that over there. That will hold it into place. And we have a beautiful layered aperture card. Now we've got this one and we have that one. And I think they're both gorgeous. I haven't decided, I can't make my mind up which one I like best. I know which one Graham will like best. He will like that one because he likes this type of paper. But I think they both look good. So you can use any type of card, you can use any type of shape, you can make your aperture, whatever shape you've got, whatever shape dies you've got. You could use hexagons if you've got a hexagonal nesting. I use nesting dies because all I did actually, to give you a tip, I went every other die. So when I chose my largest die, I skipped the next one and then used the next one. So I used every other die so that we got a balanced layer. So that's the easiest way of doing it. If you can't be bothered to measure it, I didn't measure straight away. I just gave you my measurements because I wasn't quite sure. I don't know what dies you've got, obviously. So I gave you my measurements. But if you've got your nesting dies, measure your largest die and then just use every other one. So skip the next one, use the next one, skip the next one, use the next one, and however many layers you want to do. I've just stuck to 3, otherwise it would look like a tower. But it still stands up really nicely. because you've got that layer bit on the front. It stands up really, really nicely. So there you go. I'm going to leave them both there. This is the one that I showed you, and this is the one we've just made together on camera. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope you have a go yourself. We've got one more layered card, and this time, or one more aperture card. It might be a layered card, I don't know yet. But the last one, we're going to make an aperture shaker card, and we might make it into a bit of a layered shaker card actually. I hadn't thought about it, but that could be quite interesting. So the next time, yes, I think we'll do that. Next time we will make a layered shaker card, and I'll see you then. So enjoy the rest of the day, whatever you're doing. And as always, have fun, take care, and happy crafting. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.